Hello. Hello, everybody. How are you guys? Happy Saturday. That is a for sure. Saturday. What'd you guys do today? Did you guys do anything super fun for your Saturday? We finished taking down our Christmas and did some cleaning and all that jazz. As a result of all of that, my house just looks a little bare and empty. So I'm going to make a little bit of Valentine's Day style decor to go up on my mantle. So we got all our Christmas and winter stuff down from the mantle, and now it's just very barren. So we're working on that, right? We are. So anyways, you guys jump on, be sure to say hello. We're going to be working with our trees tonight, though. So I know trees, these are Chalk Couture trees, right? They came as a trio. And then, here, let me just get this out of the way. There were 3 of them, right? And I actually have the 3rd one over here. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But I don't think I'm going to use the larger one tonight. But anyway, going to use our trees and make some like Valentine's Day style trees. What I absolutely love about our trees and any of our wood cutouts is that they're dual-sided. Right? So you can at least get 2 seasons out of them. But in all honesty, I went ahead and pre-painted these with just some acrylic paint and whatnot, just to give them, this one I obviously did a little bit darker. And this one I kind of like washed out. You know what, let me see if I can't kill a little bit of this light here. It's not quite so bright. Then maybe you guys can see the color difference a little bit better. Yeah, I think so. I think you can. But anyway, so these are our trio of trees, our Chalk Couture trees. I believe they were seasonal. They typically come out and are available during like fall and winter. I think they have officially retired. I don't believe you can get your hands on the trees anymore. But I have at least like 5 sets still that are untouched, still in the package, wrapped up in plastic and all that jazz. Because like I was just like, this is where we're getting started. Sorry, it's been a hectic day. I swear my brain is here. These are trees that I had decorated around Christmas. I base painted them. And then this is the one I wanted to show you, right? So this one was originally just as dark as this. But since I had waxed the surface and it is coated, I was able to take the bulk of that paint right back off with my paint scraper, cleaned it off. And now it has a little bit of a distressed look to it, which I think is going to be great. So, you know, that's just one of the really fun things about it is like these surfaces are totally reusable. So that's what we're doing. We're going to take our winter trees and turn them into Valentine's Day trees. We are. Just to fill the mantle. I'm telling you, I've got to fill that mantle. It just looks so sad. But that's what I did for my Saturday. Seriously, it was laundry, take down the Christmas, and cleaning. Very busy, productive day, but not uber fun. So I was like, I have got to get down here tonight and do something fun just to, you know, brighten up the soul. Watched a little bit of football. I don't know if y'all are football fans. I like sports just in general, so watched a little bit of football as I was doing my cleaning today, but that was about the extent of it other than making dinner. I made some broccoli rice casserole and some roasted pork loin. My family was jazzed. All right, so anyway, let's get to it. Tree number 1. So like I was saying, this is the one that I had previously painted, but was able to take like the bulk of that paint right back off with just a little bit of water and whatnot. But it really, like the paint really adhered to the grain within the wood. So, all right, you guys can see like the little bit of brown staining in there. And I just really like it. Typically, they're just like a bright white, right? But this is giving it a little bit of texture, so I'm going with it. And I'm going to use one of the pieces from our transfer we used the other night, the Sprinkled with Love, the 12 little minis. So I'm going to use this one again. This is one that we had used on one of our mini canvases. And it just says Happy Valentine's Day, right? In a pretty little script. Happy Valentine's Day. So I'm going to put that right in the middle of this tree. I am. See what I think of that, and then I may go back in and add some hearts later. But anyway, let's start with this because this will be the one that we have to like add some layers to if we decide to do so. So I want to do it first. That way the chalk has a little bit of time to dry. All right, so we're going to peel off our silk screen. Adhesive silk screen, which is why we're going to add a little bit of our fuzz. I don't believe I'll need to re-wax this one though, so I think we're going to just live dangerously and go with it. Although it is a pretty like fine font, I don't think I'm going to wax it. If it bleeds, we'll clean it up, but I think it's going to be all right. All right, so it is adequately fuzzed. I want to place it relatively close to the middle-ish in this middle section of our like 3-tiered tree. Say that 3 times fast. 3-tiered tree. That's it's a mouthful. All right, got it where I want it. Pushing her down. Oh, all right. Do I want the color to like jump off really intensely with like our raspberry sorbet style? Or do I want it to be a little bit more muted and use our Marvelous? Anybody out there have an opinion? You know what? If you have an opinion, go ahead and let me know. Definitely, we'll let you pick it while I smooth out any surfaces. If not, I'm going to have to make the call myself. All right, so let's take our squeegee and just press along our silk screen. That way we have all of our bubbles out. Brighter, brighter. This one, right? Thank you. All right. Winner. Michelle, how are you? How's your weekend so far? It's good to see you on here. I hope you've had an awesome, good call too, because it's like the perfect consistency. All right, there we go. Good call. I do love this color. I do. Raspberry sorbet, right? It almost looks like ice cream. That's the one. All right, let's take the squeegee that we had used. So whenever you're pressing out your bubbles, make sure it's clean. But now that we've used it for that, we can go ahead and just take a little bit of our chalk paste, put it on top of our silk screen, and then spread it amongst the entire thing. Might have gotten a little bit extra, but what's super cool is that anything else after you've cleaned it, any of your excess, you can just put right back into your jar. That way you can use it again. Yeah, I'm just about the Valentine's decor. To be honest with you, Valentine's Day is not a holiday that I've really spent a whole lot of time decorating for. In the hey, how's Miss Sandra doing? So good. I'm glad you guys are able to join. Thank you so much. What I was saying, right? So Valentine's Day, I mean, obviously it's a fun holiday. Don't get me wrong. I do love it. But it's not something that I've spent a whole lot of time in the past decorating for. But this year I thought, you know what? I have all this stuff. I might as well be using it. All right, so that's the beginning of this. We'll see what it looks like when we line it up with the other one and see if we need to add like something to it. But we're gonna set it over here and let it dry first. And then we're gonna move on to our second tree, right? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that you're doing better. Absolutely. All right, for this one, I just kind of want like just a basic little background, you know, something to go behind it. So I'm going to use these little mini polka dots, right? You can see that this is a very well-loved transfer. I've done a lot of things with it. Our paste, especially our darker colors, are like highly, I shouldn't say darker colors, but our highly pigmented colors will stain the front part of your transfer. But you do not need to worry because it will not by any means hurt the functionality of it. This one I may have to do in 2 pieces. I thought this polka dot was gonna be big enough to fit the whole thing, but it may not be. You know what, we can get most of it like this. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn the transfer on an angle, and then that way we'll get the bulk of it. If we decide we need to go in and fill in these 2 corners, we can definitely do that later. But this is where we're at. All right, and so we went with the brighter for that one, so then let's do this one. That way you guys can see both colors are marvelous for the background piece. All right, yeah, they're good. This is definitely one of my older transfers, so it is not nearly as sticky as it was originally, and that's okay. You guys can see how we do that. So if you have a transfer that you have definitely loved during your time, you do not need to throw it away. You just need to be very careful whenever you're placing your paste, right? So we're gonna stick, see, that's what I'm saying, it's like not sticky at all, but that is gonna be okay. What you're gonna do is take your paste, put it right in the middle, right? And kind of hold with your fingers as you go down. Put it right in the middle and go in one direction, right? You're just gonna take it and go straight up, and then do the same on this side and the same on that side. You do not want to overwork your paste when your transfer is not super sticky. All right, but you do want to make sure that you get all of those little lines off of there. All right, and then you're going to do the exact same thing, only going the opposite direction, right? So put down your paste and then just go in the one opposite direction straight down. That way your transfer doesn't have the option to move on you. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, scraping all of our excess back in there, and then let's start to peel. All right, and just go right up with it. Okay, we may need to go back with the darker pink. I probably should have done this super light one on, I don't know if you guys can even see the little dots. You know what, let's try this real quick and do it with our darker color. Because although Marvelous is a beautiful, beautiful color, you can't see it very well whatsoever on this darker one. It would have made more sense to use, although the more it dries, the more vibrant it gets, but I think I want to do it in a darker color. All right, so since we just used it, it's going to be okay. We're not going to have to like wash it. We do, however, want to make sure that it's not hot. All right, cool. So we're just going to line it up pretty much the exact same way that we did before and add a darker pink. All right, cool. And then you know what? If worse comes to worse, it'll just be like a dual toned pink. I'm cool with that. I am. All right. So let's take this one, go right in the middle. Michelle, you knew exactly what you were talking about. You should have been like, no. All right, so we're gonna do that on the top here, just like we did before. Put our paste down and then cover the bottom, right? So this is the technique that you really should use when your transfers get a lot less sticky. Just start in the middle and work your way down or up. Do not overwork or you'll end up with some slightly less crisp lines. All right, I think we are where we want to be. All right, let's peel this up and see if you guys can't see this color a little bit better. Oh, absolutely. Much, 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 much better. Trying to stick you to the side of my table, but you may just not want to stay there. Grab a little piece of painter's tape, that way I can get my transfer to stick to my table before I have a chance to wash it. All right, easy enough. There we go. That way it doesn't fall on the floor. You decorate for all the holidays. Good for you. I love it. I'm really, really getting into it. All right, you guys can see the polka dots a whole lot better now with this brighter color, right? Okay, and then that's just gonna complement the mid. the middle of this one, right? And ultimately they will sit on my, my mantle as a duo, right? I think though, we really should add like, I don't know, maybe we can just do, should we add some hearts to this one? And all of our polka dots and our hearts, that's what we're gonna do. All right, that is absolutely what we're gonna do. And then we can have our Happy Valentine's on this day, and then this one over here. And then we won't have to worry about those little side corners. You know, you could just take your transfer, kind of line up the design, and then just follow the pattern downward in these little corners. Not an issue. But being that they're gonna go on my mantle and not someone else's home, I think I'm okay with it. Just like that. I think I am. All right, so let's set you guys back down. And let's add, well, we can leave you standing up. Oh, you guys can see them, maybe, hopefully. And let's add some little hearts. I have a cool transfer called Homespun Hearts that has just a wide variety of different like hearts and whatnot. So I think we will, maybe we can incorporate, is that going to be on the other side? You know what? I think I'm just going to stick all with the same color. It's all going to be the raspberry sorbet. I think so. I was thinking of possibly adding like a little bit of like a gray or something like that, but honestly, I think I'm going to stick with this. All right, so we've got all kinds of heart choices here, and we're just going to start putting them in. I really like this multi-layered heart down here, so I'm going to cut it up and then add it in a few different places, and we'll just fill it in. And as we go, if we decide that it's too much of the one color, then we can always add another one. Let's start with that. Ooh, I might sneeze. Hang on. Sorry about that. Wow. I don't know. Like I said, we've been cleaning, so I've definitely been breathing in some dust. Absolutely. All right, let's label this one. So far, I think we've only used 2, so we can go ahead and use the number 3. My trees weren't hiding my Sharpie. Take your Sharpie or some sort of thing, and then just label the transfers. I'm telling you, it is, what are you using? What kind of transfer and paint stuff? Okay, so these transfers, which are basically like glorified stencils, all right? Think about a stencil, but they're silk screens, right? So what's cool about them, and hopefully you can see those, what's cool about them is that there is a fabric in between. Like I can't push my finger through it, right? It's a silk screen. So that portion of it is what allows our, they're called pastes, right? They're basically a chalk-based paint in a paste form. And between the silk screen and the chalk material, they glide beautifully in between the silk screen transfers, which is what allows us to like make all these cool little designs. Absolutely. And they're all water-based at this point. The transfers are now water-based, and all of our pastes are water-based. So they are easily mixable, very easy to clean up, and that is what allows them to be reusable. Your designs can be used, the company that makes them says that you can use them up to like 12, 10-ish, depending on how well you take care of them times. But if you are very adamant about taking amazing care of them, and you use the technique that I did there, like start in the middle and go up, start in the middle and go down. You can even use them like when they're not sticky. They'll be sticky enough to use them probably for those 8 times, as long as you wash them properly and like dry them and take care of them and stuff. Yes. But anyway, if you have any other specific questions, like send me a message, or I'll just talk to you about it next time I see you for sure. It might be easier to explain it in person, but that's what we're doing here. Absolutely. And there are so many different options, and you can put these things on anything. I just saw a gal earlier today who was actually like putting them on the walls of her home. Like you can, anything that you can possibly imagine, you can put these designs on. And what's cool about the paste, like I said, is that it's water soluble, so you can just wash it off. You know, after Valentine's Day over, you just spray some water on there, clean it off, turn it into St. Patrick's Day, or just go straight to Easter, whatever suits your soul. I do love making things. It's what soothes my soul, man. I'm telling you. And it's my like creative outlet. Everybody has their own creative outlet. You know, my husband is a musician. Well, Michelle, you know that. And that's how he gets his creativity out. Everybody has to get away to get the energy. You have to. For sure. You are the one, I think, who loves the snowman. I'll have to send you a message whenever I decide to do my snowman project. I have this adorable snowman project that's been sitting here glaring at me because I was waiting for us to actually get some snow so I could build a snowman. But not a lot of snow happening yet this year. So I may actually just end up having to make my snowman, because if I keep waiting on snow, it might be, you know, like August. And I still wouldn't have made my snowman. All right, here's our first heart, though. Look at that guy. Love it. Love it, love it. And I do absolutely adore this this color. So let's put another one down here. We're just going to kind of go haphazardly and just decorate the whole thing up. I think that's our, I think that's our plan. All right, press you down a little bit, that way you stick. And just keep putting some hearts on. Yeah, so our next holiday will be St. Patrick's Day, so I need to at some point dig out my greens and start to see what I all have there. I had to do that not too long ago either. So, Michelle, if you're still out there, as far as the pastes go, that's just like the one thing you have to remember is that they are chalk based, right? So they will start to like lose their water after a long period of time. I mean, you get quite a bit of use out of them, but like these pinks I didn't use for a little while. So you can, if that ever happens, you can bring them back. That's what I love about them. It's not like you just have dried paint, like old paint. These chalk pastes are revivable with water. So even if you let them set for a while and they dry out a little bit and aren't like a silky smooth consistency to go through the silk screen properly, dude, I love it. You can bring them back. All is totally not a loss. All right, so went ahead and just added a couple of those guys on top of this tree. Fill in a little bit more of that space with some of my other hearts. And we're gonna have a super cute Valentine's Day tree trio. I think since I decided to add this third tree though, I think I'm gonna leave the center one just straight with the white and the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment. I don't think I'm gonna add anything else to that. I don't think so. All right, but I do need, I wish I knew if that Marvelous was gonna pop off of here a little bit because I would add it, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the same color. I don't know, we're gonna do it. But I need some smaller little hearts. So let's cut these up and get to doing it. All right, so that one was 3, which means this one's 4. And this one, we're just gonna make that an X because it's tiny. 4. All right, let's peel our, yeah, the snowman. I love it. I like snowmen too. I do. That's why I was so excited to make this super cool little snowman project. I guess I should just go ahead and do it one day this week and be done with it because I'll be sad if I don't get to do it this season. So the snowman, just to give you kind of a little sneak peek, is actually going to be made out of one of our pumpkin cutouts. And then I have a cute little hat that I'll be able to adhere to the top of it, so you'll never know that he was actually a pumpkin. But yeah, they fit great and they're like a wonderful size. So I'm really, really excited to do that project. I am. All right, but let's finish this guy up. So what are you doing on your Saturday evening? Did you guys do anything fun today? Like I said, we mostly like cleaned. Necessary, but not necessarily fun. I'll put you on top. I think we can get one more out of this one. But you have to do it. You have to do it. we actually, besides that, the only like true fun, I guess, that we somewhat had today, watching football. Oh yeah. I watched bits and pieces of the first game. Whenever I'm done off of here, I think there's like a big game like later on tonight, which I'm gonna try to catch. Got paste on my finger. All right, cool. There's our trees coming along nicely. I don't want to make him overly crowded, but I feel like I need something like here, and we might be done. So let's do 2 more cute little hearts. And then I think that one's too skinny. All right, I'm going to use one of my super mini squeegees. So this is the other part, right? So I told you about the transfers, told you about the paste. What you use to spread them are called squeegees, right? So this is our small squeegee. It seems big to me, but this is a small squeegee. And then the ones that I had been using are mini squeegees, right? So they're about half the size of that. I take the mini squeegee and I have cut a couple of them in half. So I have these super little mini squeegees that I can use for the smaller ones. Since I started doing that though, we have developed an actual product called our multi-tool that has a very similar one on it. So sometimes I'll use that too. But if you don't have the multi-tool and you have an extra mini squeegee, you can use this. I've even heard of people using like credit cards and that kind of stuff in a pinch to spread it. All you have to do is be able to just push it through the silk screen and just get it smooth. Absolutely. All right, that one's done. Peel you up. Maybe. Awesome. And then one more right about here. And I think this tree is going to be done. I'm excited. These turned out. I really am loving this color. That was a good call. The Marvelous just wasn't happening. It was just a little bit light on that darker brown. And I think that's our last heart. Okay. Peel this guy up. Oh my gosh, they all look so fabulous. All right, and I am just sticking those transfers after I peel them up. I'm just sticking them like with a corner on the edge of my table here. Whenever I'm done, I'll take them into my bathroom, run them under some like, not cold, but definitely not hot, like just kind of like a medium like type water. And then just with either a paper towel or I have an actual like sponge, one of our board erasers that I do, and then just clean them off. Ooh, when you get it done, send me a picture. I would really like to see it. Welcome signs are huge right now. That's something that I never really like started making because like people just love to make them. So absolutely send me a picture whenever you're done with it. I would absolutely love to see it. I would. All right. Here's our third tree. Look at it. It turned out fun. And you can keep going with some of the smaller ones. I don't think I really want to add a whole lot more to him though. I'm afraid if I keep adding them, it's going to get kind of cluttered and I might be sad. I could maybe put like, no, I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to leave it just the way it is. Fun thing is that this is my tree, so if I change my mind tomorrow, I can always add it, but I really think this is where it's going to end up. All right, so here is this one. Here's our tree trio. We've got our polka dots in the middle, and then our happy Valentine's Day. Make sure the angle's okay so you guys can see them. I think you can. All right, they turned out really, really cool. I love them. I'm gonna let them sit here for a minute, dry, and then I'm telling you before the night's over, they're gonna end up on my mantle. They really are. Well, I very much appreciate you all watching. I do love y'all, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your Saturday night. Michelle, I'll be in touch. That way you can ask questions if you need to, for sure. And I want to see your welcome sign. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. All right. enjoy the rest of your evening. Be awesome. Do something super fun. And like I said, I love y'all. And we will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Good night, guys. Bye.